Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, divine to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Today's motivation is going to be on the subject of Donald Trump's mantra, or his motto, "Make America Great Again." And according to the scriptures, America is not going to be great again. America is going to be destroyed. America is being destroyed as we speak, and being the how can I say, the pivotal point in history between the transition from one kingdom to another. America is prophesied in the scriptures that is going to fall. There will be no more making America great again. America's greatness, America's pomp, its haughtiness is being brought down to the grave, man. Is presuming Isaiah chapter 14. America was great at one time. America was great because the Most High made it great. Especially during the slavery of of the 12 tribes of Israel, the chattel slavery. Because we're still in slavery right now. But I just wanted to read an excerpt from Deuteronomy chapter 28 because we are what made America great. We are the ones that made America the way it is today. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her, and thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. So we built the houses in America. We built the infrastructure. We built the buildings, the skyscrapers, the subway trains, the railroads. It says, and thou shalt not dwell therein, and thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. So now we've built farms, we've grown food. We transport food. Once those railroad ways got started in the Industrial Revolution, because this is a part of not only how America became great was our slavery, and our chattel slavery in cotton fields, but also was our laborious damn near slavery, laborious work in the Industrial Revolution. The building of railroads, the building of trains, the building of transportation running off of fossil fuels. Automobiles, things like that. So not only did we grow food, we transported the food. We were the workers that made America run on those well-oiled gears, so to speak. It says, thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken from thee before thy face, shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt not have none to rescue him. So now, what they're doing is they're taking all our possessions from us and trading with it. Not only with our sheep, our oxen, but with our lives as well. So not only do they get 500 years plus years of free labor out of us, they got 500 years of free trade out of us as well, because they were trading us on the stock markets. We were the stock market at that time. So not only were they making money off of what we built for them, they were making money off of our lives as well, man. Revelation chapter 18 says they sell the souls of men. When it lists and it breaks down all the things that were sold here in America, the merchant city. America was once known as our merchant city, but now is being destroyed. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. And like I said, that's the auction blocks, our people being sold, and merchandised all over the world. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. So all of our labors, everything that we built, everything that we've accomplished in America has all been for the glory of America. Like in the Roman Empire, everything was for the glory of Rome, no matter who did it. It was all for the benefit of those in the elites in this society, man. And that group of people who benefited the most, which was Esau. It said, and there shall be no might in thine hand. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. So that's how they stayed in this current state for so long, because they oppressed us. And we're still being oppressed to this day. The only difference is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has chosen this point in history to reveal the truth to us, to bring down this society. Now that period of America being a golden cup in the Lord's hand is done. You know, it's Jeremiah 51, verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You know, so now, not only did America get rich and fat off of the labors of Israel, but they got rich and fat off of extorting the other nations, you know, and exploiting the other nations for their resources as well, you know. But now the nations are mad, so they're starting to figure out what's going on and how America's been treating them for the last 200 odd years that America's been a country, you know. So now America is being systematically broken down. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. You know? And starting with America's economic system, man, America is falling. You know? America lost its AAA credit rating. America lost all of its credit rating. You know? America doesn't manufacture anything in this country anymore. It's all outsourced. America is the world's top consumer. You know? And it's just wasting money and wasting away. You know? It says, if so, she may be healed. And America's not going to be healed, man. There's no economic plan. There's no more QEs. There's no TPP trade agreements that is going to fix America's economy, you know, because it's prevalent and it's prophesied in the scripture that America is going to be destroyed, man. So there will be no more making America great again. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, right? Because it's prophesied that America is going to be destroyed no matter what. It says, but she is not healed, forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. So now you have the other merchants that came to this country for a better life. Now they're going over to their countries, you know, and taking the money that they made here and living like kings over there, you know. Because nobody wants to accept the Federal Reserve currency, which is the dollar, anymore. That's why China has become the new world's Federal Reserve currency, along with the Japanese yen, along with the Russian currency, you know, and the Indian currency, because they're looking for alternatives for that American money. It says, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies, you know. So America's judgment is set, man, which is destruction, you know, thermonuclear destruction. You know, it's how do I say it's written in stone. It literally is written in stone, man. You know? Let's go down to this job situation, because these are all the things that the new president claims that that he's going to fix when he gets into office, right? But according to prophecy, you can't get around it. According to prophecy, there will be no more jobs in America, man. The unemployment rate is going to continue to plummet. You know, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, you know, which are the elites of the society, because they know that their world is being destroyed as we speak. And have strong men shall bow themselves, you know, which are the ones in the military, the ones with the strong might, you know, the ones that are seeing the decline of this society and are being bowed down like children, and they're being oppressed as well, you know. America's veterans come home from war and they're homeless, they commit suicide, they're sick. You know, there's nobody to take care of him. And the Lord said he hates a man of war that is not sent by, man. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are low. Meaning there will be no more jobs, man. And those that look out the window be darkened. Slack. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. You know, meaning there's no future. When you look out the window, or you look somewhere and you can't see, I mean, you don't know where you're going. Nobody knows where they're headed. So there's going to be great confusion, you know, and there is great confusion in this country as we speak. If you don't see confusion in this country, something is wrong, you know. It says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. He shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low, you know. So not only will your jobs decrease, and you know your economy is going to plummet, but now the daughters of your music shall be brought low, meaning your so-called ones that you look at as gods and idols in this society, or your your movie stars, your music artists, you know, your opera singers, your Broadway playwrights, or your actors, you know, all these people are gonna be brought low. I mean, they're gonna be put to death, man, and they're gonna be exposed for what they are, man, which is nothing but trash. But I got one more scripture. I don't want to keep it too long. But now the next thing that's gonna plummet is America's infrastructure. You know, it's Isaiah chapter 14. 9. It says, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. You know, and the hell is the thermonuclear destruction. You know, the thermonuclear missiles. It says, even all the chief ones of the earth. You know, remember I read back in Jeremiah 51, the nations are mad. So now since the nations are mad, they have created hell to meet, you know, the elites of the society, you know, at their coming. You know, meet them at the door, you know. Like we like to say all the time, Russia has a new missile called Satan and Satan 2. You got the new missile that China has. You know, you got the missiles that India has. You know, and they're all gearing up for what? To destroy America, man. It says, it hath raised up from the thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou not become as weak as we? Art thou become unto us? You know, because America doesn't have that money influx anymore. You know, that money influx is now going to these other countries and these developing countries, and now they're starting to become more how America was back in the day, man. You know, they're starting to develop their industry and their technology and things like that. So now they have the same military might, the same spending might that America has. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. You know, and that's America's pride. You know, because the other Americans are coming up and America's fallen, you know, but the Lord has them in a trick bag too, because they're going to be destroyed right along with America. It says, and the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. And like I said, you know, the next thing that's going to fall is America's infrastructure. You know, the bridges, everything that Israel built in this country, the bridges, the railroads, the trains, the airplanes, the boats.